Chapter R.4 is about translating English sentences into math sentences, and so it really behooves you to understand some of the key words, some of the words that are the biggest indicators of what operation you are going to perform. So here are some key words here. For the operation of addition, you have words like add, sum, plus, total, and so forth. I won't read all of these to you, but this is a nice little chart that your book has that shows what operation you're going to use based on the words that are in the problem that you're gonna find. So let's try a few. This one says C more than D. So what it says is we start with an amount D and we then add an amount D, and then we will say more than means here, it means add, so we will add C to it, and that's our algebraic expression. This one says C divided by H, and that's here divided by. So if C is divided by H, then C goes on the top and H goes on the bottom. That's C divided by H. This says S added to T, and notice it doesn't say added to anywhere here, but you get a sense that it's addition, right? Because it says added to. So we'll go ahead and say S plus T there, and that will be our answer for that one. Let's make this pen a little bit smaller. Let's also change the color. While we're here, might as well. The next one says P subtracted from Q. So we start with the Q value, and from that we're going to subtract P. So that's Q minus P. Says P subtracted from Q. The sum of A and B, that should be a lot easier. A plus B is a sum. Twice Z is 2 times the quantity Z. And whenever we write a number times a variable, we can just put it together. 2Z. You could also write it 2 times Z, or 2Z, or 2 times Z. But this is an acceptable format here. The product of negative 6 and T. Let's see, where's product on my list? Oh, here we are. Product. So this says negative 6 times T. That's the product of negative 6 and T. 48% of the women attending. Of is an interesting word. Of means multiplication. Now normally we would take a percent and we would have to understand that as its decimal equivalent. 48% as a decimal is 0.48. I have to move that decimal over 2 times in order to make it a decimal equivalent. So 48% would be 0.48 of the women attending, and we'll go ahead and use W for the women attending, so it's 0.48 W. Oh, here's an interesting one. Joe had D dollars before spending $19.95 on a DVD of the movie Citizen Kane. How much did Joe have after the purchase? So if he started out with D dollars and he used $19.95 of it on the DVD, then we actually took away $19.95. He spent that money. It's gone. And that's the algebraic expression there. Lance drove his pickup truck at a speed of 65 miles per hour for T hours. How far did he travel? Well, this is a problem with distance, right? And what it's telling us is that in that distance, he went at a rate of 65 miles per hour for T hours. So that's 65 times 2. A rate usually tells you that you're going to be doing a multiplication. So 65T is 65 miles per hour for T hours. There really isn't a trick to translating words, English words, into math statements You just have to become familiar with some of these keywords in order to set up problems, and you're going to need to do that because a big part of your class will be doing word problems.